So today's video is brought to you by my very own coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's available in a K-Cup, whole bean, and pre-ground 16-ounce bag. You can find it at justadadcoffee.com, or right underneath the video, you will see the products displayed and you can click on them and purchase them right there. I really do enjoy this taste. It's a dark Brazilian roast. It tastes really good. And you can brew it in a K-Cup machine, or you can grind your own coffee or have it pre-ground for you. I hope when somebody asks you what your favorite cup of coffee is, that you say Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today's gonna be a really quick video on 3 things to never do to a Keurig coffee maker. Now, I've done this video before. I wanna make it a little bit shorter and quicker. So the first thing you're gonna do is never lift the water tank off during the brew. Now, I get a lot of comments on this. This does happen. It's accidental. I've even done it once. You know, you're brewing a cup of coffee. These coffee makers are so quiet now. You press the brew button, it kind of gets quiet, and then it brews the coffee, and you're looking, oh, it's empty of water. You grab the water tank, it runs dry. It's going to trip the thermostat on the coffee maker. So don't ever lift the water tank when you're doing a brew. Seems obvious, it can happen. Now, to go along with that, descaling these coffee makers is super important. It's a complicated procedure. There's a lot of problems with descaling these coffee makers. That's going to go in line with number 2. When you're descaling these coffee makers, never let the Keurig run dry. The add water light it's so different on all these Keurigs, but there's problems with the add water light. During the descale, there's a computer logic board in here that has to see that add water light come on to go to the next step, to come out of descale mode and turn the light off. So if you're doing the descale mode, pay attention, because you're going to fill this up with vinegar and water. You're going to put it in the descale mode. You're going to press the K button. You're going to be watching. It's going to brew 12 ounces. You're going to throw it out, do it again. And what can happen is the add water light should come on and stop you from pressing the K button and doing another brew. A lot of times that add water light will not come on, and you'll press it. Oh my gosh, there's that much left. It runs dry, pops the thermostat, Keurig's dead. Hopefully it can be reset. I have lots of videos on how to open up these sides, reset those thermostats. But some of the older ones, you cannot reset them, and it does destroy the coffee maker. So never ever watch that water tank when you're descaling. Okay, so remove your K-Cup when you're done. I didn't think this was important, but from the comments I get, I've had clogged needles a couple times, especially on the K-Mini. When you got your K-Cup in there, you do your brew, you walk away, you may be going to work, running. Take the time to take the K-Cup out. They can be a little hot, be careful. But what happens over time is coffee grounds will start building up on that top needle, and leaving that K-Cup in there will actually clog that top needle. Never thought that would happen. Because that water is coming, it's hot and it's under pressure. How can something stop, like coffee grounds, stop it coming out that needle? It does. I get so many comments, people put a K-Cup in, and I have a lot of videos on exactly how to clean out the needles on these Keurig coffee makers. The biggest culprit, Keurig K-Mini. They put a K-Cup in, it sucks the water down, and nothing happens. It doesn't brew. They're like, what's going on? Is it dead? And it's such a simple fix. Clean the needle out with a paper clip. It's kind of tricky, so watch the video. But preventing that will be removing the K-Cup when you're done with the brew. And to go along with that, do a freshwater rinse. So always take your K-Cup out and always do a freshwater rinse at least once a week, especially on these ones with the multi-brew, the 5 needles. You're gonna get coffee grounds building up on these 5 needles. So once a week, don't put a K-Cup in here, but do a brew. Do about a 6 or an 8 ounce brew. You're gonna be amazed how much coffee grounds are in that clear water. That's okay, that's normal. Keep up on the fresh water rinses. But distilled water, this is a lot of the water you use. Keurig has very big warnings on the manuals you get that says do not use distilled water. Now, I get a lot of comments on that, on me saying that. I'm repeating what the manual says. I don't know the science behind it. Some people have commented and trying to help me, and I want to try to help you and tell you what I've learned, is Distilled water does not have minerals in it. And the minerals, I think these These machines have some electronics in them and different things that need those minerals for the electricity to work for those sensors. Again, not a scientist, don't know exactly what's going on. I think that's it. And I've also read online about heating elements for coffee makers. They need the minerals in them in order for the heating elements to heat the water properly. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on there, because I get some comments from people like, I've used distilled water my entire life, never had a problem with a coffee maker. So there you have it. But Keurig says not to use distilled water. I'm not going to use distilled water. That can be like reverse osmosis water too, I think. But now filtered water is okay. You can go to the store, buy filtered water, buy water out of the tab's fine. Even hard water's fine. You just got to keep up on descale more. So Keurig says not to use distilled water. I don't use distilled water, but that's something you should never do. So be sure and check out my Just a Dad coffee at justadadcoffee.com. It's a Brazilian dark roast. It's a Just a Dad simple sip coffee. Again, really appreciate everybody's support. So thanks everybody for watching my video today. Underneath the video, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that really helps out my YouTube channel. Again, you can purchase all this coffee right below the video. You'll see links to them, or go to justadadcoffee.com. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Recently, YouTube just sent me my 100,000 subscriber plaque. That would not be possible without everybody's support. So again, I really appreciate it. I'm excited for this new adventure, branding my own coffee. It tastes really good, and I hope you're going to definitely like it. Again, hoping somebody asks you what your favorite cup of coffee is. It's Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. And again, thanks so much for watching the YouTube channel. Also, be sure and check out my Just a Dad Videos group page on Facebook. This is where I do my free giveaways. So when I'm done with my products, I do a free giveaway on there, and you can kind of see behind the scenes of how I make my videos. Also, check out my podcast, Coffee with Dad Podcast. This is where I interview different people. I love to hear everybody's story, and I just think everybody has a story they want to tell. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and thanks so much. Miss Fiona always knows when I'm doing a recording.